are you sitting up there? Sir? Good morning. It is the 3rd of December. I am working today. I'm in the office, but I'm also doing the bar, so it's kind of nice to be doing both. Like, it's the time of year where it's really quiet, so I can do both, and it's like not an issue. So I'm not optimistic. I mean, the weather's quite nice though, so I might have an okay-ish day. Yesterday was a bit rubbish. Last night was the first night I actually got to have a proper like early finish. Like all of the last 2 weeks or the last 3 weeks, everyone else has been getting like super duper like dead nights, and they're like, oh, we were at the place for 7 o'clock, and I'm like, why does that never happen to me? I always have people that stay on, so I always like customers, so I always end up in there till beyond 8 o'clock, which is still early. I remember like one night I was even until 11 because I was just like, people just were just in, and I was like, what the hell? Why do I never get the early nights? I was thinking that I was still like dealing with my hangover from the weekend, but I have realised I think it's because I was ill before the weekend, like when I was ill for my birthday. I'm thinking that that's kind of what's hit me. Like I'm still recovering from that. Like I sound a bit hoarse and funny, and like everything's all a bit out of whack. I realised it's not my hangover, as bad as it was. It is actually the fact that I am still suffering from whatever little bug cold I picked up, which is lovely. But at least this probably means I'll be okay for Christmas, right? Right? So last night I did a wee bit of reading in bed. I am now up to page 100 of Catch Your Death. So far, I'm not sure if I like it as much as I did This Book Kills. I think I am probably just gonna be constantly comparing the two because of how much I loved This Book Kills. But it's still good. Like, it is still a good book, and I'm enjoying it. I think there's just little things with the characters that I'm like, I don't know about you. I think we're running into the whole thing of these girls are trapped in a house during a snowstorm with the most unlikable family ever, and it's just, you know, that way it's almost just like a rich family are horribly terrible. So I don't know how it's gonna pan out. I'm not that invested so far. Everyone's just kind of there. I'm not even that interested in the main characters. Like, they seem okay. One thing, like, one of them keeps doing, like, so there's 3 different perspectives. There's Debbie, Jane, and Lizzie, and all 3 of them, like, yeah, like Jane's quite quiet. Lizzie, I don't feel like I've had many chapters from her perspective. Debbie does one thing that's kind of bugging me, where like every now and again, like, she's talking and it's very obvious that she's retelling the story to you, but she keeps saying, the author keeps writing blah blah blah, so like she'll be talking about something, like describing something to you, and then she'll go blah blah blah, and I'm just like, oh my god, that to me only really works if it's like in real life. You're like it's a narration. I don't think I like it when it's actually like written on paper. Unless a character is actually physically saying it, like in dialogue, that's okay. But when it's actually like written down, I'm just like, oh no. I didn't mind it the first time, but the more it kept happening, and it's happened 2 or 3 times now, I'm just like, can we stop that? Can we please stop that? Because I don't like it. Don't know why I don't like it, but I just don't. I think it just feels a little bit, it's giving like a teenager writing a Wattpad story. Every time I talk about books and writing, it always comes back to Wattpad. It always does. But it gives teenager writing a Wattpad story where they're like, so I went to school today and the mean girls were being so horrible to me, and they were saying shit to me like my hair looks dumb and my clothes are lame, blah blah blah. Like, do you know what I mean? That was a terrible rendition. That was a terrible example. But do you get what I mean? It's just always very like, it's giving, I'm a teenager writing a story, and I'm using the phrase blah blah blah. I just don't like it. I just don't. I'm wearing my Christmas jumper again today because why not? Why the hell not? It is cold outside and I'm trying to feel as festive as possible because it doesn't even feel like December. It doesn't feel like it's almost gonna be Christmas. Like, what do you mean? How has this happened? It is 4:30 and I've just finished work. Yay! And I need to head to town to do some shopping. I need to get you some more food, otherwise you've got no dinners tonight. You'll have no dinner. You can't be having that. I think I'm just really in the mood to just have a little cozy night in reading. So I wanna, obviously, you know, I do have a reading goal deadline to try to meet. So there is that. So I think I will try to read some of Catch Your Death. I just read a couple of chapters there when I came in, but I do need to go into town to do some shopping. So I think I'll have to go and do that first, and then I'm thinking I'll make my dinner and then just have a cute little cozy night in doing some reading. So that'd be nice. I just made up a sort of quick and easy, first time making like a sort of spag bol from scratch, just because I had the ingredients in the house, so I just kind of threw it together. So while I was out shopping there, I was listening to a good chunk of The Duke and I, and then I got really excited because the epilogue came on. So I was like, damn, those 2 hours have flown by. How the hell have I managed to listen to 2 hours in such a short space of time? And then I checked the chapter length and the epilogue is 1 hour long. So at this point, I might as well say I've basically finished. I will finish it. I will finish the epilogue, but an hour? An hour? Most chapter lengths have been half an hour. So why is it so long? Why is the epilogue half the book? I don't like it. I didn't like it. I liked it when I started. I was excited by it, and I think I was going off of the hype of, oh, Bridgerton, the TV show. I like the TV show. I don't think I like the book. I think it was, maybe it was because I was listening to it as an audiobook, but I didn't like it. I didn't like the way Simon went on. I didn't like what Daphne did to him. And then we just moved on from it. He basically apologized to her for him being like, you know what, you're right, I was wrong. It is foolish of me to not want to have children because of the grudge I hold against my father. Be so for real right now. And he also tried to downplay it, and he was like, yeah, I know she like had her way with me while I was asleep and practically unconscious. But from what I do remember, I did kind of goad her on. I did will it to happen. I clearly wanted it to happen. And it's like, are you serious right Are you serious? You were drunk. If you're drunk, you cannot consent. The hell? Don't try and downplay your assault, my man. Be so for real right now. So I do think that that was just very distasteful, the way it was phrased, and very problematic. I found the rest of the book pretty dull. I wasn't really that interested in Simon and Daphne as characters. I think the only pass they got was the fact that I was thinking of the TV show for the majority of the time. If I had read this book without seeing the TV show, I definitely would have liked it even less. The spice was just weird to listen to because I'm listening to a woman narrate this audiobook, and it was very quite an experience, I must say. So all in all, not a big fan. I've not finished. Maybe at this point I could actually DNF, but that's not how we play in this house. I will finish it at some point, but do you know what? At this point, considering I am on the epilogue, I'm just going to count this as a win. I'm going to count this as a book that I finished. So hooray, I've finished another book in December. Or actually, it's my first book for December. But it's another book towards my reading goal of books I've read in 2025. So a win is a win. I've read the majority of it. I'm not waiting to listen to a freaking hour. An hour? I just can't. I don't know if I can. I mean, I will. I will because I'm not a quitter. But I don't really want to. I don't really fancy it. It's not great. And I don't know how much I want to give it. I feel like it was okay. It was okay. And usually if a book is just okay, I give it 3 stars. But in this situation, I also think it's problematic. So because of the problematic aspects, I want to round it down to 2. So I might do that. I might keep it at 2. Because it's problematic. And I didn't even find it all that romantic. Like, at least when I read The Pumpkin Spice Cafe, and as much as it annoyed me, the way the characters were pining after each other, I genuinely believed that they wanted to rip each other's clothes off. Like, I was like, just go for it. Whereas this book, I don't know, it's a lot of like, oh, Daphne, I love you. I fancy you. And I just thought, why? Why? They didn't really hang out that much. And all of a sudden he thought she was like the bee's knees. And I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But either way, so we're going to count that as I've read it, but I will finish it at some point. I just realized I forgot to eat my advent calendar chocolate today. Where's the third? So, woo! There is the third. There she is. Right bang in the middle. And what do we have today? It's a present. Yum. My house is so chaotic right now. I really need to tidy. It's always chaotic. How do I manage this when it's just me? So I think now I'm just going to chill and I'm going to do a little bit of TV watching. Because I am lazy like that. And I will read some more of Cats for Death because God knows I need something better. I need a mystery. I need to get back into the mystery to keep my sanity because, oh my God, listening to that audiobook was hard work towards the end.